Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
Game, they make a real big show of it up in Essex,
I think what sounds like what you're doing there sounds great, like, because I think that's something as well as missing at games. Not just about turning up to the games. It's not just about getting the fans in the game. You need to make the fans feel special. So give them something great to see. Like, got to present it well. Where did that all come from? Like, presenting the game well, entertaining the crowd. You know what I mean? Even these little things. You might change the color of the black top of the floor, or confetti hair or blowing hair there. What's that?
Yeah.
Where's that inspiration come from?
So I set out, I think it was a couple of years ago when they did the Academy Finals and Cup Finals again up at Essex Uni, because obviously the court up there, they spent £12 million on a brand new arena up there. And obviously it's only a couple of years old. So the England basketball using that for Cup Finals. And last year, I sat and watched Tahir do the game, and I just sat there with him, just try to learn as much as possible from what he does as a professional to bring the hype, what he brings just on the microphone. And then DJ Wait, the stuff he was playing and the way he got the crowd hype, I was trying to get, the good parts from both of them guys and bring it into me and Big Dog. And that's really what I try to do. I mean, it's not just me, obviously, working away up at the uni, up at Essex Uni. There's, like Stan, the guy there, he's worked really hard to get the halftime entertainment on point, and some of the games and stuff, he's done really well. And I think the ideas from it is obviously watching the NBA and see what they do and try and do it as much as we can at that level. And I think if we keep pushing, it will be around there. We've got the Essex Flames, which are the cheerleaders. They do halftime dances. We've got halftime shootout competitions for the kids that turn up. So it's trying to involve everybody, and I think that's the key as well. Get everybody engaged, and some of the girls and the guys that play, they're going off to schools and coaching and trying to engage them to come and watch the game, and turn them.
That's yeah, definitely. That's it. That's exactly it, man. I think you got to get fans involved in a way that make them feel like they're part of the game. So I feel like in this country, they just that's a good idea. Kiss cam. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, sorry. So Tux, he's my media manager for Big Dog.
Yeah.
And actually, he's just doing that to remind me probably that at Essex they have I think it was about £80,000 worth of big screen built, and they have a camera that goes round the crowd and they do the kiss camera dance kind of thing.
Things like that is good. It gets the crowd involved, man.
Yeah, thanks, Tux. Yeah.
The angle I'm coming at as well is just like more, again, I want you to get to know the players. So when I'm interviewing, it's not just me interviewing them. It could be anything, like just me interacting more and then showing that content of what that player is like off the court and then on the court as well as they are on the court. So there's a lot more to it as well.
Yeah. So when I do the player intros, I try and give them some sort of nickname that's to do with their personality as well, so the crowd get to know them.
Yeah, that does help as well. So because if you connect that with off court stuff, what I mean, you're doing more than that. So when they go into the game, they already know who they are. So like what the NBA does, like you said, a lot of them do that. Like they do a lot of interaction stuff. So when the inspiration came from me, like I've said, is Craig Sager, and I also started watching some old stuff of his. Remember Ahmad Rashad?
Yeah.
Like I was watching his stuff and I was like, this is exactly what we need, because watch how he's so interactive with the players. He's like, he makes you feel like you know who they are as well. Yeah,
and he was good. He was fun as well with it.
He's fun with it as well. Like there's one way he's got to do little things in it, like play one-on-one with the players sometimes. Obviously we know he's not gonna dunk and Shaq, but
Yeah, I mean, and that's good. I think the players also need a responsibility with getting people in. You know, they need a connection with the crowd, so people want to go and watch them play. You know, I know teams and clubs that try so hard just to advertise there's a game on, but the crowd, people are more likely to go and watch their friends or who they think are their friends go and play than just a team or a team name. That's why I think it's important that the adult players get into the schools and coach the kids and get to know them so they can bring them, you know, into their games and watch them play.
And get them to get their mum and dads to come along. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
That's good. So with the Big Dog Balling brand, where did that idea come from, and then how did it come about?
Well, I think when people started calling me Big Dog was when I was about 19 stone. So originally my nickname was sort of Dog or Nate Dog from Nathan, and then it just was Dog, and then obviously when I was 19 stone, it was Big Dog. So when I was trying to think of a name, I think it was Tom Sadler who messaged me saying, "What's up, Big Dog?" And I was like, "There we go, there's the name." And originally it was Big Dog Basketball. It was called Big Dog Basketball. But I wanted to venture out into other sports. So I wanted to host netball tournaments, football tournaments, things like that. So I didn't want to sort of limit myself to just basketball or other events, sort of nightclubs and bars and things like that, because balling obviously covers all sports, or, if you're balling out in town or that sort, So Jade, my girlfriend Jade, she came up with the balling idea. So obviously then Big Dog Balling was born.
Yeah, man, that's dope, man. I like that. That's why I've kept my name like that, because I could say basketball, but I just thought basketball's my core, but at the same time, there's other sports. I've spoken to other people.
Yeah, and as well, the thing about getting Big Dog at your games, not just, Nathan. It sounds a lot better, if we got Big Dog there today. So it sounds a lot better, and it is a business, but it's it's a brand, which is important, and important to me, obviously.
Definitely, man. Oh man. Also, what is the plans going forward for Big Dog Balling then?
So the plans this year, I haven't because of everything that's going on. No one knows whether the league's going to be up and running, everything like that. But the first thing I want to do is get the Sunday scrimmage back up and running for the local guys that want to come and run. I want to do some camps for some junior players with obviously Tommy Sadler and Ross Norfolk coaching. Yeah. I've got 2 Big Dog local league teams going into the Suffolk League. And obviously I missed out on the reunion day, which I have once a year. That was meant to be at the end of August, but all events have been cancelled by the sports centre that I'm doing it at. The reunion day is all of the sort of I have 4 games in one day, like a junior all-star game, a women's all-star game, a vets all-star game, or legends as I call them, and then the all-star game with the sort of best players around to come and play 4 games in one day. So it's a massive event for me. Unfortunately, we've had to cancel it this year, but I'm hoping to put on maybe 1 or 2 of them games before the season starts.
Oh yeah. So what's been the toughest challenges then with you faced with this brand? What are the toughest challenges, and what's like the ultimate goal for it?
The toughest part for me is, or has been, the haters as such. So the bigger I got within the game, you get the people that are either jealous or don't like me or the brand or whatever, and that's the biggest for me, the hardest part, because I'm doing that. I thought everybody liked it, so seeing and people make comments on something that you think is doing well, I just I spoke to a few people about it, and they've just said it's it's jealousy and things like that, but it does sort of get you down when you think that there's your brand and you worked your ass off to get to where you are. And some people might be like laughing, because they're professional basketball players or whatever. But I think it's very important as well to have that team behind the team, and with your coaches and your promotion staff and your DJs and people like that are there each weekend. And when you work that hard to get a decent name, and then someone makes a video about you, then it's sort of, yeah. But it's I just see it as the bigger I got, they just didn't like the fact I was getting bigger, and that was it.
So they probably would be happy if you was in the same position they were in then. Because I've noticed people that are successful or doing so great, they don't have time to be hating on other people. So
yeah,
they probably weren't in that position you was in. It's mad. All right, so moving forward, then what's the ultimate goal for this brand?
Well, I mean, I was really, when I think about it, it's sort of, I've been to the O2 playoff, BBL and WBBL. I've been there as a spectator and watch, and that's something, I'd like to, either work alongside to here but at the end of the, that really is, I'll keep striving to get bigger and better, definitely. But the O2 playoff finals would be the one for me where, don't get me wrong, the Basketball England National Cup final, the WBBL, trophy weekend, they're all really good for me for what I, for where I started, considering it's only, I'm only been going like 2 years, and to get there in my second year, I'm really happy. But to get the O2 for the playoff, WBBL, BBL playoff would be amazing.
It can come, man. It can get there, man. I believe that, man. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep pushing.
Okay.
I'll keep pushing.
Exactly. Yeah. So one of my questions.
Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.